If you're like me and you just picked up the brand new Insta360 Luna Ultra, but you're a little bit confused about the settings and how to get the best possible image out of this thing, don't worry, because in this video, I'm going to go over all of the settings that I have found get the best possible image out of this camera. This camera can shoot up to 8K, and the problem that I found with that is it just doesn't give you any added benefit, if I'm being completely honest. Now, I have messed around with the 4K versus the 8K image. However, I don't think it is worth the added storage. I don't think it's worth taxing your computer editing 8K footage. So for that reason, I'm going to say stick with 4K at 24 frames per second, unless you are trying to do slow-mo, because then you can jump up to 60 frames per second or 120 frames per second. Oh, that was pretty good. All right, so the next thing I want to talk about is the picture profile or filter. I shoot everything in iLog. I think that is by far and away the best looking image that you're going to get out of this thing. I've tried standard a few times, but there's something about it I just don't like. The standard profile on the Luna Ultra, while I think it looks just fine, it comes off a little bit like over sharpened. It comes off a little bit digital. It's a little bit desaturated. I don't love the image that's coming out of it. When you shoot in log, there's a depth and there's a more organic looking video that's coming out of the Luna that makes it compete with some of the biggest cameras that are on the market today, including the thing I'm shooting on right now, which is the Sony FX3. As far as the other settings go, I like to keep my ISO controlled. So I usually keep it at 400 during good lighting, daytime hours. I usually put it at 800 when it comes to like low light situations. My white balance is another thing that I will keep and I will control, and I usually just lock it off at 5600 Kelvin. Now I want to jump back in right here because I want to show you a few options when it comes to low light situations. This is just iLog set to 800 ISO. I changed the white balance to match the lights a little bit here. This is the standard profile, and I changed the ISO to auto. And finally, this is the pure video mode, and I left everything basically exactly as it comes out of the box, except I changed it from 1080p to 4K 24 frames per second. Now, the one thing that I do keep on auto mode is my shutter speed. The problem that I have is that it's meant to be a pocket camera. It's meant to be a vlogger. It's meant to be a fun camera that you can just run around with and shoot and get great looking video, but not have to work extremely hard. Now, you can treat this like a little mini cinema camera and you can get great images and great motion blur and all that stuff. But for me and my purposes, I don't see the benefit of doing all that. I just want something that I can have fun with and that I can just take with me whenever I feel like. I don't want to be fiddling with ND filters. I don't want to be doing all that stuff. When you try to treat this thing like a little cinema camera, you create friction. The more friction that you create for yourself, the harder the process is going to be for you to actually just start creating content. These settings are just my personal preferences. And if you really enjoy the look that I'm getting, then you should use these settings and you're going to get very similar results. But I always encourage everyone to start exploring with these different settings, start messing with all the different filters, go out for a day, shoot on log, figure out what you actually really like, because when it comes down to it, this is preference. And at the end of the day, you have to find what works best for you and your workflow. That's all I got. Until the next video, get out there and start creating.